I like to subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. It's Netflix time. We're doing a classic right now. This movie's called I Got the Hookup. Spoiler alert, let's just get it. So it starts off with these chicks trying to take this broken TV to get fixed. Who got the shop on lock? My man Blue. R.I.P. to A.J. Johnson. We got Mia X over there doing insurance and whatnot. It's hood insurance. You don't pay up, they gonna come back and take your shit back. Interactions between them and Blue is freaking classic. And Blue don't run it by himself, he run it with his man Black. Played by Master P, of course. Mr. Himself. So he tells her to take it over to Mr. Mim's shop because he repairs TVs and stuff. Then this guy comes out of nowhere and he's looking for somebody in the 9000 block. A dude by the name of Mr. Goldstein. Black peeps game and turns the 600 into the 900. He flips it over. He starts talking to this dude and tells him he's Mr. Goldstein. He signs off on some paperwork. Gives this dude a big stack of money. He gives him a bunch of boxes. Now you thinking to yourself, he ain't even looking at the boxes. He don't even know what the fuck he's buying. It's like he just bought a bunch of boxes. It's like, really? Then when they check the boxes, they found there's a bunch of brand new cell phones. He didn't know what he was buying, but apparently he happens to know somebody named Little Brother that knows how to do chips to put in cell phones. Meanwhile, the girls go over to Mr. Mim's spot. And there's Mr. Mims, played by John Witherspoon, R.I.P. to him too. You already know he about to get it popping with the sister. He tells her he about to fix the TV, but you already know what he about to fix. So then we see Black and Blue going over to this church. Then we find out about this dude named Barrelhead that passed away. They pay their respects somewhat. Just hit him with it. Come on, hit him with it. Yeah, we got Little Brother getting his Mac on at a funeral and all that. He talks to him about the cellular phone hookup thing, but Little Brother's like, man, here we go. It's always about business, huh? He said, I'm talking big bucks, no whammies. He's like, oh, well, let me change my mind on that. Here you go, I got my card. Here comes Miss Evelyn. Oh, shit. Apparently, she vowed if Barrelhead died before she did, she would spit in his coffin. Apparently, he did some messed up shit to her. She spit in the coffin, the mom got pissed off, tried to swing. Miss Evelyn came back and whipped her candy ass. Then everybody started fighting. Miss Evelyn handled her business and walked out like a G. So apparently, they said Barrelhead choked on a dry box of cornflakes. It's like, what? And Black calls this chick named Lorraine, played by Gretchen Palmer. And apparently she got the hookup. She works at some cellular phone company. I'm loving how all this ties in together, right? She been thoughting smashing two niggas at the same time, but the funny thing is, why does she have a coat on under the sheets? Then we get some classic dialogue from A.J. Johnson. He be killing it. Then we get to this little random Chinese spot. Black meets up with Lorraine and all that good stuff. He talking to her about business, about the cellular phone hookup stuff. But she's only going to do it if he meets up with her like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just so he can get it popping and get the business. He's like, alright, bet. Got the grand opening, everybody want phones. Little Brother hooking up the chips. Anybody get some cheeks on top of that shit? Then we get a random segment with this man or woman or whatever you want to call her. I guess she's like Mia X's best friend in the movie. We get some classic lines from these ladies. I always wonder when I watch this movie. I was like, where is this guy? What has he done today? Only thing I've seen him in is this movie. He's freaking hilarious. You know, she's been in a couple hood classics. You know, this one, Don't Be a Menace. Tuesday around now, it's time to give her the business. Damn, she talking about chocolate sauce and all this shit. This girl's a freak. Later on, got the business booming. Lorraine back at work, trying to look professional and all that stuff. Then we got this guy named Thurman Dalton. He thinks there's something popping to the west side. He about to do a special investigation. Lorraine, you gotta stay on your P's and Q's. Meanwhile, these niggas getting tired of doing stuff by themselves. They're like, man, we gotta get some runners. They end up calling Blue's cousin for help. Blue watching the operation. Turns out she's actually his grandma. She came to get $1,000 from him. He's like, damn, didn't I just give you $1,000? Yo, give me that back, you get your check. Lorraine at work didn't realize the business was booming. She's like, damn, 147 numbers in one day? I'll be here all day. Then her boss goes on the south side. Now look at this. Talking about some criminal investigation bureau. He's the only one there. Like, yeah, right. Just look at him. Suspect as fuck. Now take a look at the area he's in. Apparently, he's a good investigator because he is literally right in the spot where Black and Blue's headquarters remains. But he can't get no information on the phones. Now, he can't find her, but he's literally in the same spot. How you smart enough to find a location? You know what? Never mind. Get a random conversation with this guy and grandma. And they weren't trying to call each other, and right off the back, you find out these cell phones are raggedy as hell. Then we got Special Ed over here trying to make a call. He just falls off his bike for no reason. Then we get a G'd-up customer who pulls up in a Rolls Royce. So we wonder who the hell is he looking at. Find out this dude named T-Lay. He's part of Roscoe's gang. R.I.P. to Tiny Lester. Damn, I'm getting sad, man. There's a lot of people that's not around no more. So he asks for a bunch of phones for his boss, Roscoe. More interactions with Blue and his crackhead. It's fucking hilarious. Fat boy Andrew goes in the house and he's starting to listen to Mia X and stuff with his big boombox, classic. But look at the pictures on the wall. Right at the back gives you the indication that his parents are real religious fanatics, like to the max. Then we get to this cookout hosted by Power 106 FM. Then T-Lay and his gang show up. And that's why Mr. Servon's gone too. God damn, man. I realize how many people are not with us no more when I sit back and look at this movie again. It's like, damn, it's starting to get me depressed. Well, anyway, he gets on the phone with Roscoe and the frequency starts getting jammed to the point where everybody can hear it. His gang is Mr. Servon, Mystical, and C Murder. It's sad because you know C Murder ain't never seen the light of day. I love Mystical, but he's a whole nother kettle of fish. So basically, Roscoe tells about this contract about the phones is 70 grand in a locker unguarded. And it's blasted all over the radio. Andrew could listen to it because he was already listening to the radio. And to me, this is like the funniest part in the whole movie. It serves no purpose, but it's fucking hilarious.
If your mama taught you how to clean the goddamn wax out your ear, maybe you could hear.
Bitch. Nobody talks about Big Mama. You lucky. You lucky in front of all these people. Remind me when we get home to whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, anyway.
C-Murder finally tells us that the frequencies are messed up, and he's like, yo, we can hear you out on the radio. So now they about to go find the money, everybody else is too. He lets his cousin Blue know, he's like, oh man, it's about to be some shit. This one particular guy here checks the locker, finds the money, and his dumbass alerts everybody like, oh shit. And all these niggas snatching the money out of his hand. It's too late, T-Lay. Now Roscoe, this gang, got beef with Black and Blue. As Black's trying to do his usual, trying to give it a business, Blue pops up at the door. He gives Black the news, he's like, oh man, oh shit. So he tells her, look, we gotta lay low somewhere for a little while. She starts pressing buttons. See all this freaknik stuff in the spot, like, what the hell is this? She pressed the wrong button though, and she pressed another button. You see computers and all this other laptop stuff. High-tech facility equipment back in 1998, I guess. Then she found out the cell phone's under investigation. So she about to handle that business. Afterwards, Black will give it a business, and Blue gotta sleep on the couch. That you already knew what time it was. Time to give it a business. Wake up the next day, Black tells him we gotta get this black box. Now, I'm not sure what this black box is for, what it does, but they gotta get it. Then all of a sudden, when they play fighting outside, the special ass squad comes through rolling with the guns. They chase them niggas over a fence. They start busting, but they ain't hitting nothing. So they go to Mr. Mim's spot to hide out. And he got a bunch of TVs that they don't be fixing. They don't even work, none of that stuff. So what the heck that Mr. Mims be doing? So we go in the back. Mr. Mims got a whole damn setup over here looking nice and clean. Got girls and everything. He be on some pimp shit. So basically, they chilling in there for right now. Meanwhile, Mia's doing her thing. Don't try to get information, but she can smell him now, boy. He ain't no snitch. Fuck out of here. And then T-Lay them niggas pop up. Then they stick her for the cash because they can't find Black and Blue. So they're like, look, you gotta pay up. You pay what you owe. Yeah, Mia's not having a very good day. And Dalton ends up meeting this lady or man, you know, they call her around the way Tootsie Pop. And his goofy ass is with it. But he's really with it because he keeps talking about looking for Black and Blue, but she ends up shouting out the name Lorraine. Basically, Shorty snitched on Lorraine, and now Dalton knows. Then we got the Puerto Rican dude getting in Mia's face. That's the wrong time for that shit. She pulls out a gun and starts busting at the ground like, look, I ain't got time for you. Dalton gets back to work, fires Lorraine. Meanwhile, Black and Blue still chilling at Mr. Mims, getting it cracking with the ladies. Then all of a sudden, we see Blue's cousin getting harassed by cops. They go through his bag and find a bunch of phones on him, and they about to take him down, but not before they go. They have a call to his house, to one of the cops' house. He goes in there and finds his wife playing sex games with this guy, and he runs and chases him down the block. Yeah, man, it's fucking hilarious. Mr. Mims hitting him with the bang, bang, bang and all that good shit. Then Lorraine finds Black. She goes back there and sees all the records with the females. But while she gets jealous, she was out here thotting. Then we got the Department of Justice on their trail. I guess they're the FBI. You got these dudes sitting on a case. And Dalton's leading the investigation. Not really, he's just a part of it. Then these niggas catch little brother. Black and Blue had to dip out. But then T-Lay and his gang catch up to them. Get about a bridge, they ready to scrap. Black and Blue in there whipping their ass. The boys show up, they get ghosts. As for these guys, they're trying to get little brother to confess about the chips. But he ain't telling them shit, he keep it a G. He trying to like he gonna do something, and he's like, okay, what the fuck is wrong with his face? Turns out he had a mask on, he ain't white, he's black. Little brother's so shocked, he trips into the back of a chair, hits the back of his head, and he's knocked out. They start to arguing. They pulls the mask off, finds out he's black too. There's some other cops coming in trying to figure out what's going on with the commotion. As they all trying to figure out stuff as they dip out, little brother just walks out the interrogation room. Meanwhile, the church parents are going to go pick up their son Andrew. They get him out of jail, and he's going on punishment forever. Out the blue, she almost hit little brother, like, where the fuck he come from? Then the black guys or the white guys getting a mouthful from the VI investigation chief. It gives them one more chance not to screw it up. Now we got Black and Blue outside of one of Roscoe's spots, talking to the legendary Ice Cube, and Black needs some guns and a ride. So he goes in the club straight like that. He's gonna handle some business with Roscoe. Special appearance from the Snoop D.O. Double Jizzle. Snoop Dogg for people that didn't know, but everybody knows. So he talks to Roscoe, tells him, forget about the 70 G's, I got a better plan, I got a bigger plan for you. And they're gonna make some money together and all that. Roscoe tells him everything is all good and gravy, we're gonna handle the business. Here come T-Lay in his voice trying to start shit. T-Lay, don't come over here with that bullshit. So after Black leaves, Roscoe tells T-Lay, find out what a black box is, we're gonna take over Black and Blue's business and put his ass to sleep. Double cross it type of shit. That's our information. They never show Roscoe throughout the movie, so you wonder who Roscoe is? Roscoe's actually Fiend, one of Masterpiece's artists. They don't know who Fiend is. He's the guy that made Mr. Womp 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 Womp. Anyway, so there you go. Meanwhile, those black, white FBI agents were scoping him out the whole time. Then a high-speed chase happens. Then they knock the van over like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Then we see little brother walking around. We're like, Andrew, how the hell did he get out the house? And Black and Blue end up running into a little brother by accident. Yeah, he got fried. He landed on another car. So basically, they're about to take him down to this spot. They're going in the sewer. While they're down there, they're running into these niggas. One of them pulls out the gun, and then Black is like trying to get him on a deal to the phones or whatever like that. Of course, one of them turns his back when he hears something. Master B takes his chance and he takes the gun. Then my man calls for the dogs. He's like, man, you ain't with us. Get your ass back over there. And the dogs end up chewing his ass up. I mean, not really. His clothes just all torn up. Now they enter the sewers and they realize they're near the basketball courts. They didn't realize was part of T-Lay's gang is out there too. They crawl out and they end up getting got. They about to take them to the construction site at night and they go cut their ass up. He tells Mr. Servo to cut the machine on. Tells Mystical to watch him while T-Lay goes and takes a shit. So they come up with the bright idea and he's like, well, if we're gonna die, can we get high first? Because Mystical light up this blunt that was found in Blue's pocket. Turns out he got this nigga smoking angel dust. So while Mystical's sitting there third, they untying the ropes, they're trying to get up out of there. They KO his ass, get him done. Calls the other one over, get your ass done too. So as soon as they about to leave, T-Lady's like, hey, yo, y'all good out there? They're like, fuck that, they kicked the porta potty down the damn hill. The true definition of rolling in shit. And that's how real G's do it. Now they about to head back to the shop. Who's there already? Dalton and the boys. They roll up on our crew like they about to do something. And that's when little brother finally snaps out of his concussion. That's when he pulls off a mask and reveals the white guys to be the black guys. They take the guns away from him like, man, we ain't got time for this shit. Tell them get that candy ass out of here. And then they ball out. And then little brother dips out. Then he asks Blue like, hey, where's that black box at? Lorraine comes out of nowhere and says she smashed that shit. Dalton talking a bunch of bullshit. Then it comes his date. Then he finds out she's really a man. And then we find out he's been wearing a mask the whole time. He's actually a white guy. Then he gets a random scuffle and that's that out of them two. Then Black gets Lorraine a job. Because he's just sweet on her, I guess. He needs her for a sex hotline or something like that. I know it's supposed to be hood love and all that. But we found out at the beginning, you can't wife her, she be thotting. Then the sister come back talking about getting her money back. It took you the entire movie to find Blue after you knew the TV wasn't getting fixed by Mr. Mims. So she said she gonna shoot this nigga. I'm like, okay. He gives her a target because he thinking to himself, well, if Mr. Mims fixed it, he know that shit don't work. He shoots him in his ass, turns out the gun did work. And that's how it ends. So once again, hood classic, all that good stuff. R.I.P. to A.J. Johnson. R.I.P. to a lot of people in this movie. Tiny Lester, Mr. Servon, John Witherspoon. Still a timeless classic for you. I got the hookup on Netflix. Check it out. Like, click, subscribe, do all that. You know what time it is. Look easy, all the easy best. Big, you got a slogan.